new bit of finger jewellery.
The hardware upgrade?
Yes! Check it out!
Wow. Just like watch it like it's a TV.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was said to have been gazing at her brand new engagement ring from Travis Kelce, as though she were staring at a television screen, completely mesmerized by the sparkle, while audiences across the globe tuned in to watch her on their own televisions as she shared fresh revelations about the dreamy proposal that had become the talk of the world. And during her chat, she remarked that she could not comprehend how anyone could resist fangirling over a gesture so extraordinary, explaining that the entire experience of getting to know Travis and then receiving such a heartfelt proposal had been nothing short of magical. And she glowed with happiness as she told the story to Graham Norton on his UK show, confirming that the engagement pictures that had circulated worldwide and dominated social media feeds were not staged photo ops, but images captured at the exact moment when Travis officially popped the question. A reveal that drew gasps from the audience because many had assumed those dazzling pictures had been carefully curated afterward, and she smiled as she recounted how the proposal came shortly after she had appeared on his New Heights podcast, noting that they had recorded for hours, somewhere between 3 and 4, while unbeknownst to her, an elaborate transformation was secretly unfolding in the garden behind his house, a transformation he had organized meticulously to set the stage for the big moment. And she laughed as she shared that one of his most strategic moves was the sudden construction of an entire wall of hedges that had never been there before, a wall that appeared as if out of nowhere, cleverly masking a secret detail, because hidden within the greenery was her very own tour photographer, who had been instructed to crouch in bushes that themselves had been newly placed, ready to capture the instant she realized what was happening. And as she told this part of the story, her joy was evident, her smile enormous, her eyes sparkling with the excitement of someone hopelessly in love, and she admitted that he had gone all out, crushing every detail of the surprise with a level of thoughtfulness and creativity that stunned her, and she confessed that the whole thing left her not only delighted, but also flustered, laughing that moments of such intensity made her break into what she described as a full-body sweat, the kind of reaction she had when the weight of the moment was almost too much to bear in the best possible way. And as the studio audience listened intently, it was clear to everyone that this was more than just an ordinary celebrity announcement, but rather a real-life fairy tale unfolding a spectacle of love, secrecy, and planning that felt almost cinematic, with Taylor herself beaming as she relived each moment, pointing out that Travis had made sure no detail was overlooked, and that everything had been crafted to create a memory that would last forever. From the secret hedges to the hidden photographer, from the timing after the podcast to the setting in the garden, each element part of a puzzle designed to culminate in one perfect question, and the way she described it carried the rhythm of someone reliving a dream, her voice full of disbelief that it had all been done just for her, and she admitted that his creativity and effort left her completely swept off her feet, further proving that she was entirely smitten, which made the engagement ring itself all the more meaningful, because it was not just a piece of jewelry but a symbol of everything that had gone into that night. And as she held her hand up to the studio lights, letting the sparkle reflect into the eyes of the audience, murmurs filled the air, everyone recognizing that the ring was not only massive, but also uniquely hers, designed to represent their story. And though Taylor did not dwell on the exact carats or the specifics of the stone, her glowing smile was enough to say everything about what it meant, and she repeated that she was having so much fun in life right now. Fun not just in her career, but in her relationship, and that the proposal represented another high point in a journey that already felt like a whirlwind of happiness music, and now a future with the man she clearly adored. And as she finished her story, the audience cheered, Graham Norton grinned, and viewers at home rushed to social media to replay the moment, analyze every detail, and marvel at the lengths Travis had gone to for the love of his life, proof that behind the spotlight and the fame there was still room for genuine romance, carefully planned surprises, and heartfelt confessions. And just as Taylor remarked, she had been overwhelmed but also utterly thrilled, a combination that made her laugh and shake her head at how surreal her life sometimes felt. And the story spread beyond the show, retold in headlines, blogs, and videos, each outlet emphasizing her words about the hidden hedges, the secret photographer, the long podcast recording, and the dazzling ring that shone like a beacon of commitment, all wrapped together in a moment she would never forget. And her fans, nicknamed Swifties, responded in kind, sharing memes, edits, and celebratory posts, treating the proposal as if it were a shared victory for all who had followed her journey for years. And commentators agreed that, judging from her expression and her words, this was no fleeting chapter but rather the beginning of a serious and lasting era, one that fans would watch with as much anticipation as they had for her tours and albums. And in the studio she laughed again, still shaking her head, admitting that she would never have guessed he had been preparing such an elaborate scene just behind the house while she casually recorded a podcast. And that realization still amazed her, as she told it now. A clear indication of how well Travis had managed to conceal his plan. And as she basked in the applause of the audience and the admiration of the viewers, she left no doubt that she was deeply in love, thrilled with the surprise, and eager to embrace the next step. And the story of that garden, those hedges, and that hidden photographer would forever be etched into her memory, and into the cultural memory of her fans as one of the most enchanting celebrity proposals of recent years. Subscribe right now to keep up with every new chapter of their story. And as the interview closed, she gave a final smile, holding her hand high one more time to show the ring, joking again about how unbelievable it all still felt. And though her words were brief, the weight of them echoed far beyond the studio, sparking endless discussions, speculation about wedding details, and renewed admiration for the way Travis had chosen to pop the question, proving once again that when it came to Taylor Swift, even her personal milestones became global events, woven into the cultural fabric for millions to experience and celebrate. Subscribe now for more updates you won't want to miss.